Hi, my name is Alex Haig, and for my informative speech, I'm going to talk about the damaging effects of sun exposure to the skin, and this is my audience.
I'm Griffin.
Blaze.
Mike.
Carlin.
Jack.
Gracie.
Okay, my specific purpose with the speech is to inform the audience on the damaging effects of excessive sun exposure to the skin and demonstrate more effective ways to protect their skin. According to Florida Society of Dermatology and Dermatologic Surgery, Florida has the second highest rate of melanoma cases in the nation. Melanoma will account for 73% of cases of invasive skin cancers in 2015. Also, it happens to be one of the most frequently found cancers among the age range of 20 to 35-year-olds. There are specific times throughout the day where the sun secretes the most damaging ultraviolet rays. There are many ways to diminish the harmful effects of too much sun exposure to the skin, and considering the fact that we live in the sunshine state all year round, we need to identify the damaging effects of too much sun exposure and need to demonstrate more effective ways to protect our skin. This is what some kind of skin damage looks like, audience. Sunburn and peeling, benign and malignant moles, and heat rash and sun poisoning. Kind of gross. Alright. My central idea. Too much sun exposure can harm not only the skin, but the health of an individual, which is why we need to become aware and start protecting ourselves. Our skin is very sensitive to the sun. Skin cancer is the worst possible outcome from too much sun exposure to the skin. Skin cancer can develop from frequent exposure to sun, severe sunburns, family history, and old age. Approximately 3.5 million cases of skin cancer are diagnosed each year, according to the article established by Unity Point. Effects of too much sun exposure. Due to the damaging rays the sun secretes, known as ultraviolet rays, UVA or UVB, it increases elastin in your skin and damages the collagen. From the breaking down of collagen, the elastin tries to rebuild the collagen, but fails to rebuild directly the way it was, which appears to make your skin have discoloration spots, leathery-like texture, as well as wrinkles. Effects of too much sun exposure. Too much sun exposure can be threatening to your health. Excessive sun exposure can develop cataracts, heat stroke, exhaustion, heat rash, as well as sun poisoning. Melanoma. Melanoma accounts for only 2 to 3% of skin cancers, yet its incidence is increasing rapidly by about 3 to 8% per year in the United States. Melanoma can be developed anywhere on the body as long as there is pigment. 1/3 of this cancer alone is developed from pre-existing moles, and it's known to look like a spreading brown to black patch. The survival rate is unlikely if the lesion is over 4 millimeters thick, so roughly about the size of a pencil eraser. Melanoma is the cancer of melanocytes, the most dangerous because it is highly metastatic and resistant to chemotherapy. Melanoma is known to damage the skin cells that triggers mutations and faster cell growth, and melanoma often occurs due to excessive exposure to UV rays or sunlight. Alright, here's some melanoma survival stories. A man named TJ Sharp was diagnosed 12 years prior with melanoma. TJ Sharp had to visit the hospital due to a very high fever that was spiking, caused by an early stage melanoma that was removed 12 years prior. TJ had tumors in both his lungs, liver, spleen, as well as his abdomen. During that hospital stay, he said that he dropped over 30 pounds. TJ is still undergoing treatment for melanoma and is getting better. Another melanoma survival story is Amanda Green was 24 when she was diagnosed with melanoma. At 24 years old, she believed she was perfect in health and until she spotted a strange-looking mole. The mole she held off to get checked up by the doctor ended up metastasizing. Amanda is receiving treatment, but she made her point clear to not hold off on the dermatologist if you develop a mole that looks strange. Taking precautions. According to an article labeled Health How Stuff Works, the sun's rays are the most intense from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunscreen is key. If going outdoors into the sun, especially if swimming, you should apply sunscreen 20 to 30 minutes before so your skin has the chance to absorb the product and be protected. If swimming or sweating, wearing waterproof sunscreen should be reapplied around every 2 hours. The most effective way to protect the skin is if you are going the sunscreen route, which would be to use a sunscreen at minimal of an SPF of 15. People tend to forget that covering up the tops of the ears, the hands, the V of the chest, and the hairline and the nose. Did you know that 80% of skin cancers occur on the head, neck, and hands? Using an SPF of 15 or greater is key. Wearing tightly woven fabric clothes if you're going out between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And using an umbrella would be a great way to protect your skin. More people need to be aware of the harmful effects of sun damage on the skin. The sun affects not only our health, but our skin as well. And these are consequences from too much sun exposure, and taking the little steps necessary to protect your skin is always vital. I hope that this helped inform you on the necessary steps to take action for protecting your skin.